Hi guys, this is Sky, and this is not a normal intro for What's So Funny. This is a very special intro to What Is So Funny. Not only is this going to be the last video for What Is So Funny, but the last video for What's So Funny of 2025. This is dedicated to the one and only Mrs. Master Weinert. Mrs. Master Weinert played a heavy part in the Asian Sun community of Taekwondo. She not only held a very, very high rank of a 7th degree black belt, which is a master, beautiful, wonderful woman, wonderful mother, and a wonderful person overall. But she was one of the first people that I met of the highest rank. Well, before her son, after her son, Master Rob Weinert, to tell me there was not many women in the beginning of martial arts, and that we need women like you to keep going. And that stood true to me. That kept me going. That kept me fighting to go for not only my black belt, but my master belt as well. Even when my health was making it harder to go for that master belt, I kept going. And now, that stands true for my dreams of becoming a comedian. I fight for what I want as a comedian, with those words buzzing through my head. So, Mrs. Master Weinert, my next podcast that I'm recording will be an hour-long special dedicated to you. Normally, the special doesn't say what we're going to talk about, but this one will talk about personal life, which I don't normally talk about either, what's coming up next for comedy, what happened during December, so much more to come. And honestly, it's going to be a fun 1 hour special. And this is what I want to get back to you guys for the last What's So Funny of 2025. So tune in, you guys. It's about to be fun. Hi everyone, how are you doing? So, this is the very special 1 hour long What's So Funny. So, the reason this is 1 hour long is there is so much information we have to go through. It is not even funny how much information we have to go through and how much stuff we have to just get through. And honestly, I just hope we're all going to get through it. So, disclaimer right now, my phone is on the charger, so I'm up in my bedroom. You might hear background noise in this video. It is my fiance on a video call with his friend playing Repo. So if you hear that occasionally in the background, don't worry about it. Again, 1 hour long, so bear with me. It is going to be a very fun ride. So, first and foremost, I would like to thank Woody's Laugh Factory, who has been an amazing part of the last 5 months. Yes, 5 months as of yesterday. 5 months I got to do the Sidelines Bar and Grill, which was beautiful. And Cliff and Big Brian, who allowed me to be on stage. And honestly, it was so beautiful. I got to do an amazing Christmas set. And if you haven't checked it out, go on YouTube right now. It was great. I got to do caroling, which if you don't know what caroling is in my book, you gotta go check that set out because it was really funny. So, and so 5 months was great. It was my last show of 2025. 2026 is gonna be bigger, better, and awesomer. Yeah! So, what do I see for 2026? 2026, I see a few things, but my big thing is I want a headline. I know for a newcomer, that is like, what do you mean? So, for 2026, I want a headline. I don't care when it happens. It could be happening in the beginning of the year, it could happen middle or end. I just want to see it happen. I would like to. If it doesn't happen, fine. It's just a goal I want to see happen, hopefully. Again, if it doesn't happen, fine. It's just a goal I want to work towards. Secondly, I also want to thank personal thanks to the one and only Nick Stanko. And this is gonna mean the world to him probably. And there's a reason behind this. So Nick Stanko got his very first headlining gig. And why does this mean the world to me that it's not my headlining gig? This is actually big to me because it kind of kept me in check with my own emotions, and it reminded me that I was still human and that I, as a person, can still feel things, and that it's okay to have feelings, and it's okay to address those feelings, and yet be okay with the fact that things are gonna come into play and have and things are gonna come into play and they're gonna happen when they happen. And don't discourage yourself, don't put yourself down, don't put yourself below anybody else, or whatever. Don't make yourself feel bad. Keep aiming for the goals that you want. And I told Nick Stanko the same thing. Like, I told him my story because when I saw that he got his first headline gig and he had been performing a little less than I have, I'm not gonna lie, I was jealous and I was sad with myself because I'm like, am I doing something wrong as a comedian? Am I failing as a comedian? I'm like, shit. And then I'm like, wait, is this okay to feel this way? Oh my God, did I feel as a comedian? Oh my God. So I texted my mentor, Jimmy. I'm like, what am I doing? And he kind of just, it checked my emotions. I'm like, it's okay to feel that way. And then it's like, I told Nick the story and he's like, you're doing awesome. And I was very proud of myself that I checked my emotions because I'm like, I'm human. Yay. But either way, I was very happy for Nick. And then it let me realize that I'm still human. I'm still not an automaton robot. So yay. So thank you. Shout out to Nick for that one. So what is happening for me as of 2026? Are there things happening for me, whether it's comedy, whether it's personal life, whether it's blah, 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 blah. So, first and foremost, we've kept this at bay for a while. But in 2025, at 2026, I mean, we're ending 2025. And 2026, me and my fiance, Gabe, you've probably met him at some shows. Obviously, lately, he's been busy with the animals and/or work. We are planning to move in May of 2026. We're very excited to be closer to our niece, nephew, and our family, who are the parents of our niece and nephew. So, I'm very excited for that. Secondly, I'm going to be doing a lot more shows. I have a couple showcases coming up that are, at least I'm going to be proud of, obviously. So I'm excited. I don't have those dates quite yet written down. Like, I know when they are, but I don't have them memorized. And I'm currently recording my phone, so I can't really tell you them. But you will know them soon enough. Thirdly, I did just have a very big event, which is part of the reason why this is going to be an hour long, because I was very proud of this event. But first, before I mention that event, because it's a very long event, it's a very big thing. The other thing for comedy that is big is that I just went to the Christmas the Christmas thing at the Funny Farm, and I got to see Jimmy, Lex, Chris, Dwayne. I think I said his name wrong. I know who I mean. And all my friends, all my friendlies. And I'm so happy. I love seeing them. I love when I give them hugs. And they are the best. And I want to tell you guys you're the best. And then that was very fun. And then I also did a showcase with Nancy where I was there and I was helping her. I did a showcase. I went to the showcase and I helped her out, which I love doing. That was with Monty and them. And then I also did an open mic with them in the beginning of the month, which I was on the 4th, which that was very fun as well. I keep thinking that I only have 20 minutes and I realize this is an hour long, so I don't have to talk as fast. Because sometimes I do that to make sure I get everything out. I'm like, this is an hour-long special. I can calm down a little bit. And then what else? I got to see Big Mort yesterday, which was very fun. I'm a very big fan of Big Mort because he started well, at least I got introduced to him when I started. I don't know if he had been doing it as long as I had, but that's when I got introduced to him, and I love him. He's so great, and yeah. And honestly, the relationship with I have a lot of people have become very dear to me, and it makes doing comedy worth the while, and that's what I love about it. The advice that I get from comics is so important to me because it gives me a sense of understanding, and it gives me a sense of connections, and that's what's important to me. And I take it in like a sponge. I'm always like, and and I love it. So all right, so this is what I'm very excited about, is talking about con, because this was the first con that I went to by myself. I've been to many cons. This is the first one that I went to by myself with my service dog. And yes, I have a service dog. I'm a big advocate for people with disabilities. I have disabilities myself. I have PTSD. Hold on, I went in the wrong order. I have ADHD, PTSD, bipolar, fibromyalgia, a little bit of hearing problems. It's called auditory processing disorder. And I probably missed something else. I've said it before. Jimmy Ward the third thinks I have the autism. I was not diagnosed, but he thinks I do because I have a Bluey problem. But a Bluey problem.
Like what fact is...
A Bluey problem. A Bluey problem. Anyway, but the point being is that this con meant the world to me because I went with my service animals. So, but this con was great because I met so many great people, and I can't wait to tell you guys about it. When I mean so many great people, so many great people. So, this is not in any particular order of who I met. These are just the people that I met. Now, did I get to autograph? Did I get an autograph with all of them? No. But I did get to meet all of them or talk to all of them. Yes. The ones that I did get autographs from or pictures with, I'm going to go through first, though. So, first and foremost, I got Devon Sawa's autograph. Devon Sawa, a lot of people know from Casper. I do not. I actually know him from the Chucky TV series. He died 5 different times. My favorite KO is actually, what did I say it was? It was the one where he's doing the exorcism and Chucky gouges his eyes out. That's my favorite. Again, I am not into KOing people due to YouTube. I don't know if I can say that. But yeah, Chucky wise, that's my favorite. And then we have we also we have James Arnold Taylor from Loud House. He plays Mr. Paul Hoffner, which he did the Paul Hoffner fist. He was great. He also plays Bertrude, one of the goth kids. He was very sweet. He's a very sweet guy. I saw him the very last day because he was also in Star Wars again. I don't know him from that. I know him from Loud House. And I didn't put 2 and 2 together who he was right away. And then when I found out he was in Loud House, I'm like, shit, I gotta get a picture with you. So yeah. And then, the reason I can't say one other person is because it's Gabe's Christmas gift. So I can't say. But I met Simon. And, yeah, he was really sweet. But I just can't say it out loud, so you'll have to turn this bit up pretty loud to hear. But he was very sweet, and he's from Hot Fuzz and Shaun of the Dead. But anyway, if you didn't hear that, you're gonna have to turn it up pretty loud because I purposely had to talk that low for you to be able to hear it. So sorry about that. I also met Peter Foncinelli. I probably said that wrong. I do apologize. He played Carlisle. So this is kind of backwards. I am not a Twilight fan. That's not why I met him. I like him from Nurse Jackie. But, not gonna lie, Carlisle was actually my favorite character in Twilight. I'm not a fan of the books. Okay with the movies, but I did like Carlisle though. I did get to see Barry Bostwick again. I got to say hi to him again because I saw him last year, and I got to see him again, and it was very sweet. He's awesome. Got to see Neil Campbell, who's Columbia. She, by the way, didn't even... I didn't even mean for this to happen, but she got to see my service dog, and she's like, you want a picture? And I'm like, yeah, sure. Got a free picture with her. Loved her. So, I can't say this either. Oh, no, I can. So, I was in the line for Jason Isaac, and, yes, Malfoy's father, and he was very sweet as well, and the picture's put away, but, it said, good riddance to Dobby, because our cat's name is Dobby. While I was in line, I was, like, right in line, wait for him, so I paid, and as I'm about to pay, Ben Schwartz, the voice of Sonic, comes up, and he's like, can I pet your service dog? I'm like, Sonic wants to pet my service dog? Yeah! It's so great. And then, I jokingly said this, no brain cells, thoughts, nothing. I'm like, since I let you pet my service dog, can I get an autograph? He goes, sure. And I'm like, my mouth just drops open, I'm catching flies. I didn't think it was honestly going to say yes. It was a complete joke. Didn't think he was going to say yes. My mouth is still dropped open. He's like, hey, can I get a picture? Signs. And he's like, what's it for? My nephew. He's like, it's awesome. My mouth is still dropped open. No functionality in my brain. Like, thank you. He's like, you're welcome. I'm still in line for Jason Isaac, by the way, and I have no idea what just happened. They're like, next. You could swear they just said, blah, 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 blah. I have no idea what the fuck's going on. My brain's just like mush. Like, what the hell just happened? It was great. It was great. It was the best thing in the world for me, and I loved it. So, who else? So, when I was in line a few times, in different places, Brett Spiner walked by me, and I knew exactly what it was, so I just went, hey, Brett, and he's like, hey, what's up? So, I got to do a flyby saying hi to him. Got to see Blake Roman. I got a picture with him last year, but I was able to say hi to him and talk to him. They were really cool, where you just got to stand in line. If they had time, they would let you just say hi and talk, so that was really cool. Clyde, Wyatt, and Happiness, the cartoon from YouTube, I got to talk to them. That was really cool. Jodie Benson and Christopher Daniel Barnes. Yes, Ariel and Prince Eric. Got to talk to them. That was beautiful. I was very pleased for the fact that I got to talk to them. And then Samantha Kelly, I got to talk to, which if you don't know that name, she is Peach and Toad. Yes, the Peach and Toad from the Mario games. That was unbelievable. Getting to tell my favorite character from Mario that you are Toad. You are the character that I would play, and if I didn't get to play Toad, I would throw a hissy fit. It was great. And I would go, I'm the best. And I could do it then, but I can't do it right now. It's great. Got to talk to Kenny. My handwriting, I wrote this so fast. Thames. So it's the voice of Bowser, basically. You'd have to look it up, but I think it's Thames. And it's the voice of Bowser. He's very cool, though. I wrote this so fucking quick, and I feel bad that I can't read my own fucking handwriting, which is terrible. He was very awesome. Getting to talk to him was unreal, because he was telling me about how he has the old games and stuff, and he wishes he's held on to a couple more because of what they're worth. And then I got to talk to Bob West, which if you don't know who that is, I love you, you love me. Yep, Barney himself. It was great. So this one was really cool. Jack Dylan Crazer. If you don't know his name, he was Alberto from Luca. And originally I saw him coming from around a booth, and I didn't know who he was right away. He wanted to pet the cut. I'm like, sure. And then I realized who he was when it clicked in my head. I'm like, and I had watched Luca for the very first time, and I'm like, oh, thank you. He was so sweet. Now, I forgot to mention this one because I wrote this out of order, but I did get a picture with Jerry Trainer. And if you don't know Jerry Trainer, he is Crazy Steve from Drake and Josh. He is Spencer from iCarly. And he is Dudley Puppy from Tough Puppy. And oh my goodness, was that the greatest experience getting to talk to him. I loved it. Loved Jerry Trainer. Santino Fontana was Prince Hans from Frozen. Loved it. Loved getting to meet him. He was great, by the way. He was wonderful. So yeah, very excited about that. I say that with Dakota all the time. Got to meet the 3 main people from Phineas and Ferb, which is Vincent Martella, David Arrigo, and Allison Stoner. They were amazing. Got to do their panel as well, front row. That was wonderful. They were beautiful people. They still are. They are. Got to meet Jonathan Franks, by the way, from Fact or Fiction Beyond Belief. So, now, I had to save the best for last.
Was it only like 3
I got to meet the one and only Matthew Lillard, a.k.a. Shaggy, a.k.a. from Five Nights at Freddy. Five Nights at Freddy, and even Serial Mom, which was one of his second movies he had done. But in Serial Mom, he didn't go by Matthew Lillard. He went by Matt Lill, I think is what he went by, which is very cool. And he was genuinely the nicest human being. I can't say enough about Matthew Lillard. I can't. Got to hug him. Got his autograph. Got a picture with him. Got a picture with my service dog. After I met him, I cried. Genuinely, so sweet. And then, of course, I can't say enough about Matthew Lillard. I can't. He is such a beautiful soul. So, yeah. So, that is how the con went. It was so much fun. And quite frankly, I was very proud of myself for going with my service dog. It was such a fun experience. Would I do it again? GalaxyCon is what it was called in Columbus? Yes. Would I do it with my service dog? Yes, if you can go next year. My service dog is on the older side. Would I do it without my service dog? Fuck no. That is very emotional. Just with being that many people, I could not do it without my service dog. So yeah. Now, there are things I also want to talk about that I want to kind of step back from talking about in terms of what's going on in my personal life, because one was I wanted to express why comedy is so important to me and how I separate that from my personal life. I know certain people know some stuff about my personal life and some people don't. And my thing is that I find comedy is the thing that keeps me grounded and the thing that keeps me from losing, and I wish I was kidding, it keeps me from losing my sanity. Because I know my service dog's getting older, and I know he's getting to the point where I might not have him much longer. And comedy is becoming kind of like my second service dog, to where when that day comes, it's gonna be the thing I have, and it's the thing that makes me happy. And eventually I want to get another service dog, but for now it's what I do to hang on. And then eventually when I get another service dog, you know, then I'll have my other service dog. But for now, that's how comedy is for me. Will I always put 110% to comedy? Of course. But my personal life is also getting rough. Well, it was getting rougher. And then a life-changing thing happened. We'll get into that. And it took a big weight off my shoulders. But you wouldn't know that by the way I put 110% into comedy, that anything was going on behind the scenes. Because when I go and I get that mic in my hands and I spew about being North Korean and shit, you wouldn't know that behind the scenes I have it so rough. Because I don't let it transfer into my comedy. I do joke about life being hard in North Korea, but I don't let the real life stuff transfer into my comedy, though. And I think that's how I separate the two. Because it's hard. It's hard not to let the two intertwine. It's very hard. And that's the thing. Because I know I'm human. I know I make mistakes. I'm very aware I make mistakes. If I said I never made mistakes in my life, boy, would I be shitting the bed there and lying to you all. But at the same time, I still have to live with mistakes I've made in the past, when I was 15, when I was 9, and when I was 22, and when I was 25, and when I was 16. So, if you can put 2 and 2 together, great. If not, but yeah, there are things I still have to live with, you know? There are mistakes I've made that I haven't even hinted at. But my point being is I've made mistakes. I can at least own up to some of those mistakes. The point I'm trying to make is we all make mistakes because we're all fucking human. But owning up to that is being human, though, too. And that's the thing, is I want to be able to own up to my mistakes and own up to what I've done. And that's what's taken me a long time, is to own up to what I've done. In the past, I've never liked owning up to what I've done. And that's a lot of people, is you don't like owning up to what you've done. I've never liked owning up to what I've done. But over the years, I've had to realize that's just what it is you have to own up to what you've done. I'm a very proud person, but in my mind, I think in the past, if I owned up to what I did, it makes me a problem person. But that's not the case. It just means you're human. And over the past several years, I realized it's a good thing. It means you're growing as a person. But not everybody thinks that way. And that's fine. So yeah. And I'm glad. I'm glad that I'm getting, if you will, better about that. And so yeah. So that's one.
What are you doing? What are you doing, Luffy?
And 2.
You're trying to help. You can't help.
Life is always going to get complicated.
You see, this cat doesn't care.
Life is always going to throw you a wrench in your plans. You could have a plan like this, and you want it to go this way, straight. Life's not gonna do that. Life's gonna go me. At least that's what my life does. But you know what I do? I say, fuck it. I say, fuck it, and I fight it. And I go, me, ha. At least that's not what I do. And I just keep going. I keep going, I keep fighting. And I keep fucking grinding. And the thing is I don't give up. As much as I would like to, I don't. Because that makes me a stronger person for it. And I'm going to put an apology in this video if it seems a little blotchy in the middle parts. I actually had to, because I was running out of storage during taping this. So this is going to be a stitched video of like parts and stitching all together, make 1 hour video. And I do apologize. I thought I had enough room in my phone. So if this seems like, why is she like sounding like this in the middle? It's because this is not a full 1 hour video. This is like a 20-minute video, a 5-minute video, and like a whatever left video to make an hour. Because I thought I left myself enough room to make an hour. Did I mention Asians suck at math? If I didn't, I did now. Actually, I think I mentioned that in one of my comedy routines, the Asians suck at math. If I didn't, no, I was driving. I'm surprised I haven't mentioned that in my comedy routine yet. But yeah, so, and then, you know, I do have plans for the future of comedy. I have not expressed them yet well, I have not announced them yet, not expressed them. I've expressed them to the people I need to express them to. I've not made anything publicly announced yet. I have to be careful because the one thing I want to do in June, I have to be careful because I'm trying to move in May, which now I've kind of made publicly announced, which we kind of already knew about. But the thing I want to do in June or like July or something like that, I gotta be careful because I'm moving in May, so it's like, But I want to do this event. It's just gonna be rough because we had just moved at that point, so I don't know if I can afford to do what I want to do. So hopefully I can. But we'll see. We'll see. Because it would be a very big event if I could do it. It would be a chance to do a lot of events. Even though I'm not going to do like the big event because I don't think I'm going to be good enough at that point. But we'll see. If not, it's going to be a lot of Geneva on Lakes again. Which at that point I better freaking get... Wait, do I take the turnpike to Geneva? No, so I want... so, this is me talking out loud, but like I eventually need to get my Easy Pass taken care of. Because I noticed a lot of times I'll use the Easy Pass and I'm paying to go on the turnpike. And at that point I might as well just get my Easy Pass up and running again. Because it's stupid to freaking get my Easy Pass, not to pay if I just have a fucking Easy Pass. I normally don't eat on camera, but I've got Chipotle sitting there. It's driving me crazy. And before you ask, yes, I'm dairy-free. That's not real sour cream. It's dairy-free sour cream, before you ask. Because I know somebody's either going to comment in chat, or somebody's going to say something like, thought you were lactose intolerant. I am. That's not real sour cream, and that's not real cheese. And no, Chipotle doesn't sell that. I have to put it on my own. And yes, before you ask again, I just found out I'm gluten intolerant too. Put the cherry on the cake, which is beautiful, and I hate it. Because, you know, life decided to throw me a wrench in my plans of life. Because it wasn't bad enough that I was lactose intolerant. I had to be gluten intolerant too. So, but anyway. So I know the holidays are coming up. And I hope you guys have a great holiday. A great Christmas, a great whatever you celebrate. Because I know this is the last day. No, tomorrow's the last day of Hanukkah, I think. Yeah, tomorrow's the last day of Hanukkah, because it wouldn't end on a Saturday, it would end on a Sunday, technically. So I hope everybody's having a good, whatever you celebrate, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa. I think Kwanzaa's next week. No. We might have just Kwanzaa might have just happened. I don't remember. I don't remember what order they go on, but whatever holiday, I hope you had a great one. Or as one of the other comedians said, or if you're an atheist, happy Thursday, or happy Saturday. Can't take credit for that one. Somebody else came up with it. But, you know, I also want to mention that in February 14th, the one show I actually remember that I'm going to be in because it's February 14th. How can I forget that? I'll be in Madison I don't remember what the venue is. Again, I'll have everything updated before January of where I'm going to be at. Because I do a month-to-month basis. Let's be fair. If I did a month, like 3 months, I'll forget by then. It's in my calendar, but like I always update my schedule month by month. But February 14th, I'm going to be in Madison, which is going to be very fun. The problem is then me and Gabe have to celebrate Valentine's Day either a day before or a day after. Which I think is kind of funny. So yeah. I'm sorry. I don't like eating on camera. I really don't. But again, we had a bunch of shit go down tonight. Long story. Short version is I didn't get to eat. The short version of the shit that went down is it's just me and Gabe now. No more roommate. I'm very happy. So. But, you know, I think next year is going to be a good year for comedy. And the reason I say that is because I've been busting my ass for the last 5 months. Well, I'll say 4 because the 5th month just happened. But I've been busting my ass the last 4 months. I've been trying my hardest, even just simple shows or big events. You know, the big events for me was the Ashtabula one, the big comedy contest we had, and then also the festival we did in David Ward's backyard. But I feel like 2026 is going to bring a lot of special stuff for comedy. I don't know what it is yet, but the one thing that I did try to do for 2026 is enter a comedy contest in Ashtabula. Why do you ask Ashtabula? Well, I've been doing a lot of shows in Ashtabula. I'm doing really well out there. Why look a gift horse in the mouth? I'm doing well in a city. Why not? Honestly, if it takes me other places, I'm going to go other places. I just filled out an application, or a roster, I should say, so I can get myself in other places. You know, so I want to go other places. But hopefully I get into this comedy contest. I'm really crossing my fingers for Laura Sterling to pick me, because I really want to. If I don't get in, so be it. You know, it's a $10 donation, but it's also the $10 fee. So again, if I don't get picked, I'm not gonna feel bad because, I'm not. It's a contest. You have to be picked, and that's the thing. But I'm really hoping I get picked though. But I'm very excited though because it's kind of the anticipation of getting picked. But again, I won't feel bad because there's a lot of people out there. I know there's a lot of people who are better than me. But that's also because I've been doing this prior to that 4 months. 4 months. 4 months, man. Like, I know she's seen me live. But you've been doing this 4 months and you think you're going to get picked? Dude, I understand I'm good. But 4 months, I know there's somebody better out there than me. I don't, I want to be picked. Don't get me wrong. I want to be picked. I know I'm good. But 4 months, man, you know there's somebody gonna be out there who might be better than you. So don't get your hopes up if you don't get picked. But, it's so funny because I feel like in that moment when I go, 4 months, I don't know why, but my inner Chris Farley came out. I'm like, what the fuck? I don't know why. I don't know why that's the first person who popped in my head when I looked in the camera, like, 4 months. I don't know why my brain's like, Chris Farley? Specifically, it's the moment where here's a bus driver, and I don't remember what movie it is, and he's a bus driver yelling at the kids, and he's like, and I had a Chris Farley moment. I'm like, what the fuck? It's like the first person who popped into my fucking head. And that was such a good comedian, though. Even though he's not like, okay, so I love Chris Farley, don't get me wrong. But so my favorite comedians, and I didn't have favorite comedians, even though I never thought I was going to become a comedian, but, one of my favorites is Jeff Dunham, because I'm a child at heart and I love puppets. Robin Williams. And yeah, probably my top 2. Now, as I got older, my comedy style kind of changed. I still like Jeff Dunham. I still like Robin Williams. But then I start wondering, like, as an adult humor, who did I like? I liked Marlon Wayne, like the Wayne brothers from White Chicks. Love that movie so much. And then, oh, who do I like? Probably, Matt Lautner. I didn't even. He was on my list of people. Oh, I'm such an ADHD moment. I met Matt Lautner from Disaster Movie, and I told him that's what I liked him in. He's like, wow, that's been forever. I liked him, though. But, Matt Lautner, I don't know if he's considered a comedian, but I liked him. He's pretty funny. But probably one of my adult favorite comedians is, I don't know. I'd have to think about that a little hard because if I have to go adult favorite comedians as I get older, probably Adam Sandler. I'm not gonna lie, because I will probably watch Little Nicky an unhealthy amount of times.
When they were cool.
Yeah, probably an unhealthy amount of time. When Gabe showed me Little Nicky, I watched that way too many times after the fact. I bought the movie and I watched it for the pure fact of the dog. And I love the dog for that movie. And off the top of my head, I don't remember his name, but I love the dog and behind the scenes how they got the dog to do shit in the movie. I love him. So yeah, needless to say, it's because of a dog. That's why I love him. I'm just, yeah. I have to keep track of time. It's funny because I usually don't announce the time. But my brain's like, oh, it stopped at 25 plus 5 plus this. I'm like, fuck. My brain's like, can't keep up with this at all. But yeah, so Little Nicky is probably my top. Oh no, Little Nicky was my favorite. We went through a phase where we watched like every Adam Sandler movie we could get our hands on. Little Nicky was probably my top favorite. And then 8 Crazy Nights. And I fell in love with that movie as well. And I cried. Almost every Adam Sandler movie he showed me, I like initially cried at. And the only movie that I had seen prior was the golf one. Whatever the hell the golf one's called. I don't remember. And I'm really bad and this is gonna give me a lot of trouble. But yeah, I like that one. I just can't remember the name of it. Because the stupid thing stopped me and this was supposed to be a whole fucking video and it's not. It's gonna drive me crazy. Yeah. There was something else I was going to talk about, and this all threw me off, because then I have to remember where I was the last video, and it's not consistent. It drives me, it's going to drive me, like, fucking crazy. It's going to drive me, like, fucking crazy, because it's not consistent. I hope all y'all got all your shopping done. I'll tell you right now, I had to do some last minute shopping, and Walmart was fucking insane, and I don't like it. I will say that everybody drives like a fucking idiot, and they do. So if you want to make fun of me, like I make fun of me, not you, but me, I make fun of me because Asians can't drive. Here's the thing, I don't think anybody can drive around the holidays. And if you think I'm being a meanie butt, here's the thing, it's pretty much the same shit I say on stage. I'm just not saying it on stage. Because honestly, it's the same shit I say on stage that Asians can't drive. It's the same shit I say on stage. I'm just not saying it with a mic in front of my hand. But I mean it completely jokingly, by the way. I'm fucking harmless, like a little dandelion fly. No. But yeah, Walmart was insane. I had to go in there for 2 gifts plus a few groceries, and I thought I was gonna get tackled. Like, dude, I'm not a fucking football. Please let me live, like, a little bit. Please. But, yeah, it was great. It was great, though. And then finally, do you guys watch Christmas musicals? Movies? Because I will tell you right now, there's one Christmas movie I watch every year. And I'll tell you right now, me and Gabe have to go watch my favorite Christmas movie, which is Santa Claus is Coming to Town. and he gets stuck watching it every year. It's the one movie I will not watch without him, and I've watched it every year since I can remember. It's a claymation, stop motion, whatever, with Mickey Rooney. Now, this is before I knew who Mickey Rooney was. I love this movie, and there's a part in it where, like, they edit it weird, and he, like, moves, but he doesn't move in the claymation form because it's the way they edit it, so it's like really fucked up, but I love it because I can spot it, and it's great, and I love it, because it just shows how editing worked back then, and how not, like, they can't go back and fix this. They just kind of have to edit it and hope it looks okay. So, but I love it. But that's my favorite Christmas movie. So in the comments, tell me what your favorite Christmas movie is. And please don't tell me it's a basic one like Charlie Brown. I mean, if it is, great, but come on, do something that's not so common. I love you, but don't do something that's not so common. I guess I can't talk because mine's pretty common too, so. But fun fact, Mickey Rooney was Santa Claus in Full House. Like, he dressed up as Santa Claus. And he was the toy store owner, and then later it was Santa Claus that episode. If you don't believe me, go back and look. He was. So... Again, this video will be a great example of me splicing this to make it an hour because I forgot. Not forgot, but I thought I made more room in my phone than I actually did, which sucks. So hopefully next time I have to do an hour-long special, I will have a lot more room in my phone, so it's coherently 1 hour, not splices of time. Because then I had to play the last video and then remember where I was at, hope I ended somewhere decent, and yeah, so it doesn't sound so blotchy. It shouldn't sound too freaking blotchy, though. I hope not, at least, but I feel bad. Because I was hoping I left enough room, and apparently I didn't. And so I was in the car today. I was at a Starbucks. I don't drink it, but I had to pull over because my fiance had to call me about something. We were in the video chat with our friend. Obviously the car's turned off and everything. And I see this light flash. So I'm thinking, okay, the cops are pulling somebody over. Next thing I know, it's a fucking sleigh. Santa's in it. I'm like, are you shitting me? I turn the camera on to show my friends. My friend and my fiance. I'm like, this is fucking great. If I hadn't answered the phone, wouldn't have seen this. I just scream out the window, hey, Santa! I wave, it's great. Oh, it's fucking wonderful. I felt like a little kid again. It was great. It was the best thing in the world. I felt great. Now, I was going to show you what I got Gabe for Christmas, and I realized he sometimes watches my videos, so I can't show it. But, yeah, Christmas this year should be fun, because I got everybody a lot of good stuff, including Gabe. Some of it's wrapped. One thing's sitting right here. I'm a little afraid me and my, the woman's like a sister to me. It just dawned on me we might have got him the same exact thing. Because it just occurred to me earlier. Like, it got him it. And I'm like, oh shit, I think she said she got him the same. Oh fuck, we better not have. Oh dear. So tell me you have a Blu-ray problem without telling me you have a Blu-ray problem. I still have a mug that I will not drink out of. It's just kind of a decoration for my side of the bed. Including my piggy bank that I actually, painted. It has money in it, by the way. Then, when I went to GalaxyCon, I got a cup. And then my Fast Pass that was used. Okay, so Monty Lumpkin, his girlfriend makes his little ghost. Really cute. This is Bill. He fell down the hill. She made these at Halloween. She crocheted them. They're really cute. She might make them next Halloween, but I keep mine on my side of the bed. Mine was special though because, you know, obviously Bill from King of the Hill. That's why I got mine. Yeah, tell me again, I got this. It was a water bottle making kit, and it's Bluey. Again, I don't have a Bluey obsession. There's so much Bluey stuff here, you could swear that a little kid lives here. I'm not ashamed though. I just did my set, by the way. That, was yesterday. Yeah. And I mentioned that I have a Bluey addiction, and I went on to other addictions. My brain, and you can hear it in the video, farted. And I was thinking of addictions, and I went like porn, meth, or I said porn, something else. Instead of saying meth, which is what I meant to be thinking of, I think I said pot. And when I blurted that out, somebody's like, what's wrong with pot? And I'm like, shush. And I was like, it's not the way I meant to go with it, and it's the way I went with it. I was like, fuck. Because what I meant to say was, I'll be honest, what I meant to say was meth, coke, heroin. That's what I meant to say. It's not the way I went with it, though. I think it was like pot, porn, something else. But that's not what came out at all. If you play the video, you'll see what actually came out. That's not what I said, though. Because in my mind I was thinking of like shooting up, so that's what I meant, and oh, that's so not what came out. And then like when I was driving home, that's when it occurred to me what I meant, and I'm like, oh, what you meant and what you said are sure as hell not what came out. I'm like, good for me. So this is why I tend to make notes, and then at least practice them once or twice. So at least it's enough to remember. Because a lot of stuff's on the fly. Because I never know, like especially last night, who's going to say what and throw me off. And then I can at least have shit to say. Because definitely last night when I said, oh, let's address the elephant in the room. That's me. I'm North Korean. Yeah, you are. And then that just threw me off the guard. So I got to be ready for that. That's why I tend to have an idea in my head what I want to talk about. But I don't like have an official thing, because if somebody says something and throws me off, then it's going to throw out the rest of the set. So just have an idea what you want to talk about, but don't have like an official set, because as soon as somebody talks, it's going to throw you the fuck off. At least for me, that's how it worked, because I did that one time where I had an official set, somebody talked to me and just threw me the fuck off, so I forgot my entire set. So I just don't do that anymore, because otherwise it just throws me off. And I don't blame anybody, it's just I'm wanting to talk, but it's not in a distracting way, it's like in a engaging way. But for my ADHD, it just throws me the fuck off. So that's why I don't have a set in mind anymore. So, and it's fine. But it was so funny though, because if you play the video back from last night, the engagement last night made me so happy, and you can tell it made me so happy. Especially because there's a guy there named Mike who looks like a drunk Jesus. And there's a part in there that I swear to God, I had my inner Matt Rife come out, and it made me so happy. And I'm like, and I had to keep my composure. I had to keep my composure, but my inner Matt Rife came out, and I was so happy. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, you just heard my bones crack. Yeah, that's the joys of fibromyalgia when it gets cold out. You just randomly just crack. Yeah, my inner Matt Rife came out, and I don't. If you play the video back when it happens, you can hear me laugh. I don't know if you can see me smile though, like smile like really big, but like yeah, it's there's a moment in there somewhere I think where you can catch it maybe if I'm because it's the way I'm faced where I'm kind of like this way. I don't know if my camera catches it, and I'm pretty sure I left my tripod at Sidelines. And I really hope they didn't throw it away, because they did. I'm gonna be sad. I hope they didn't, because I've had that tripod for a long ass time. So, I hope they didn't throw my tripod away. Because I'd realized tonight, I think I'm gonna have forgotten it at Sidelines. So I'm gonna see and call them after my 1 hour session's up. See if I left it sidelines, because hopefully nobody threw it away. Because I came out with a t-shirt and whatnot, and I can't find my tripod anywhere. I'm bummed. But I thought I walked out with it though. But yeah, other than that though, that has been the whole thing of just what 2026 is gonna be like. Hopefully it's just gonna be lots of comedy, lots of fun, lots of chaos. And comedy 2026 is gonna be the bomb. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a new year for Sky. It's gonna be when comedy takes off. You're gonna see this Kim Jong-un love child go crazy. So fun fact, when I started doing that bit, that was when I kept in the chamber, but I wasn't sure if I was gonna go that route, because I did animals, I did other stuff, wasn't sure if I was gonna go with that bit. There's so many things I could do with it though, and I'm glad I did. But fun fact, originally, didn't know if I was gonna go down that rabbit hole. Didn't know. But again, very glad I did. It is the thing that gets the most laughs, even about all my animals in my zoo. It's the thing that gets the most laughs. And it makes me smile and it makes me happy. That's the thing I most focus on, is the thing that makes me happy. As crazy as it might sound. If you don't get the Kim Jong-un love child thing, then you should probably go see one of my videos and or go see my shows. Because then you would probably understand that reference. Or, just look at my face. Annyeonghaseyo. Well, as always, guys, thank you guys. I appreciate you staying for the hour-long podcast of What's So Funny. And as always, thank you for being supporters of my comedy, my podcast, and everything. Bye. So as always, guys, thank you for being a part of What's So Funny. And thank you for being a part of Food for Thought. And thank you for being supportive of my comedy start to my career. And as always, thank you for all the love and support. And Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from Sky.